Right. Interlocutor. So a lot of things you will see. In writing also, you can follow these things. Of course, this is speaking, you won't bother all these things, but you can learn some things for writing here. Yes, you can start. Okay. Good afternoon. Here, this is a pause. You should know that wherever comma is there, you will have a pause. Miss Maggie. Good afternoon, Miss Maggie. Good afternoon. Pause. Miss Maggie. Good afternoon, Miss Maggie. Good afternoon, comma. Why I'm showing you means you should know where what will come. So good afternoon. Whenever you say good afternoon, there should be a comma. That means you are pausing for a second. You're pausing for a good afternoon. Nurse. Good afternoon, Miss Maggie. Yes, you can start. So comma shows that you have to pause for a second. Comma shows that you have to pause for a second. I am Serena Mathews. So comma should be immediately, not pause afterwards. Okay. Right. One of the nurses working in your community health clinic. So working in your community health clinic. Working in your, you are personalizing here. Working in the community health clinic. In the it's not yours, it's not mine, it's not somebody else. Instead of personalizing, generalize for everyone. Working in the community health clinic. That is enough. That's enough. How do you feel today, comma, Miss Maggie? So you will know many things like this. So, how do you feel today, Miss Maggie? Okay. Yes. So you could have corrected all these things on your own. So you learn a lot of grammar. I'm fine. I'm fine. So I'm fine, but I am really sad that I did not do something which was to be done. And I did a mistake. And I do not know. And I know that. Okay. You remember the surgeon gave me some advice, and I should have actually followed his suggestions. But it was my mistake that I did not do that. So, right. So, now I am involved in a problem. I have a problem. And you see, this is my infection. I am very much, I'm just correcting now. Afterwards, I'll show you the improvements. I am very much disturbed because of this. Nurse. Right. Oh, it's a sorry to hear that, Maggie. It is sorry. Which is sorry? I am sorry. Sorry to hear that, Maggie. Before that, so before what? Before what? Before that, is it before that? Before what? Before you are sorry? Or before you hear that? Before what? Before what? Before what? Before what? Okay. So before we discuss, before we begin the actual conversation. Before we begin the actual conversation, is it okay? Is it okay? What is okay? Is it okay? What is okay? What is okay? Is it okay if I examine? Is it okay? Is separate. Can I examine? Is separate question. Is it okay to examine? Or is it okay if I examine? So, before we begin the actual conversation, can I examine? That is enough. Or is it okay to examine? Or can I examine? Or is it okay if I examine? There are 101 different ways. Is it okay if I can examine? Or is it okay to examine? Or remove is it okay and say, can I examine? I have told you 3 different ways. Is it okay if I examine? Or is it okay to examine? Or just remove is it okay and say, can I examine? Before we begin the actual conversation, is it okay to examine? Is it okay if I examine? Or just remove is it okay and say, can I examine? Finish. Is it okay? So the first option is if. If is the first option. Is it okay if, that is the option symbol I gave. Is it okay if I can examine? Or is it okay to examine? Or just say, can I? So anything is okay. Is it okay? Any one of these 3 brackets you can take. Any one. So here I can put a slash. This one, or this one, or this one. Any one you take. Is it okay if, sorry, I should come out. Yeah. Is it okay if I examine? Is it okay to examine? Okay. Okay. So I will come here. Inside. Here also inside. But outside is removed. Is it okay if I examine? Is it okay to examine? Or is it okay? Remove, is it okay? Just say, can I? So, is it okay if I can examine? Is it okay to examine? Is it okay if I can examine? Or just remove, is it okay, and say, can I examine? So many things are there. Okay. So, see the options appropriately and use them. Don't mess up with these things. Before we begin the actual conversation, can I examine? The wound? Yes. You have to think in that fashion. So you have to know what style you are going to use. Before we begin the actual conversation, is it okay if I examine the wound? Is it okay to examine the wound? Or is it okay? Remove the is it okay and say, can I examine the wound? It's not and I will update. And I will update. Is it okay? You said present tense. Then you're saying I will update. When you're saying is it okay means present tense. I will update means future tense. Or simple, first I will examine your wound and then update. Like that you can say end. Or you say, I will examine your wound, the wound, and then I will update. So, or so that I can update the current status of your wounds. What you are talking here, you are saying the wound, and you are saying the wounds. Examine the wound and update the current status. Why of the wounds again? Enough, no? Earlier you said wound, singular. Now here you are saying wounds. What do you mean by this? Don't you know it is one wound or multiple wounds? So you don't have any clear picture? Why are you so confused? Are you going to use singular or plural or confusing the other person? Okay. So you don't have clarity in the subject here. Now you say wound and then you will say wounds. You will examine the wound and then you will examine the current status of your wounds. Why? How can one, after examining, they become many wounds or what? Before examining, there is one wound. And after examining, they become multiple wounds. What do you mean by that? That means there is no clarity. You don't have command of what you're speaking. That means you can change your, singular into plural, plural into singular. And then if some situation comes, you can make masculine into feminine, feminine into masculine. Gender, he can become she can. That is what it is. If you can do this, you can do that also. Child can become baby, baby can change. That means you don't have a standard understanding of what exactly you're speaking. You don't have an idea about number. You don't have the idea about gender. You don't have the about of specific names. That is what it is. One symptom is enough to understand the problem. That means this is called take it easy policy. You're taking things very easily actually. So instead of that one, better don't repeat. No? Okay, don't repeat. So if you're repeating, you're making a mistake here. So don't repeat. Is it okay if I examine and update? Why again I? And why will? Is it okay if I examine the wound and update the current status? Finished. And why you want to put I will again when I is already there in the previous part before and? So why are you unnecessarily changing the tense also? In the same sentence, you are using the present tense, and in the same tense, you are using the future tense. So that is confusion. Is it okay if I examine the wound and update the current status? Finished. So you have a problem with tense. You have a problem with number. Okay. Now, nurse I think I don't want. I don't know what to do. But let me tell you something. I need a quick fix. I want it to be done as soon as possible. I want to get rid of this problem. Can you see? Can you see the points there? So, do something, nurse. Do something, nurse. Because I need to get back to work. You know, and antibiotics or antibiotics obviously aren't working. And antibiotics obviously aren't working. So, I don't want all these things. So wherever full stop is there, you'll stop. I don't want all these things. Just do something for me, nurse. Just do something for me, nurse. I want to get rid of this. Well, I can understand your feelings, Miss Maggie. Well, I can understand your feelings, Miss Maggie. So based on the examination, comma, that means you'll pass a second. Pass for a second. So based on the examination, it's already got infected. It's already got infected. I think, comma, that means wherever comma is there, you should pass for. I think, as you mentioned, you didn't already past tense. Then why did you write a took here? You didn't take. I think, as you mentioned, you didn't take proper rest. As per the doctor's order. As per the doctor's order. You didn't take proper rest as suggested by your doctor. It's a suggestion, it's not an order. It's not an order, it's a suggestion. It's a recommendation. You cannot order anybody. You cannot order anybody. It's a suggestion. It's good to take. It's good to take. Take proper rest. No. Order is something different. It's suggestion. Try to implement quality words. It's not an order. No doctor can order the patient. It's only suggestions. The patient will say, that is my wish. You just tell me, give me your suggestions. Decisions are mine. Careful. You didn't take proper rest as suggested by the doctor. Sorry. Maybe one word. Maybe that is the reason why this happened. Most of the complications, most of the complications are not at all happening for all the cases. Complications happen. Happen. Most of the complications are not at all happening. That means present continuous or always. Is it only now or is it always? Then why are you using present continuous tense? Why you said happening? Happening means now. And you are talking about all the cases. Then you have to use general tense, that is simple present. Most of the complications do not happen for all the cases. It's not or not at all happening. Do not at all happen. Do not happen at all. Do not happen at all. Finished. Ice melts almost always. Ice is melting is wrong. Ice is melting means now it is happening. Present continuous means now it is happening. You have to say present continuous. This is not present continuous. This is a universal truth. Complications do not happen for all cases. Why are you saying are not happening? If you say are not happening, then you have to say now. That is the meaning you are explaining here. And you are telling all the cases are not happening now. They happen in the past, they happen now, they happen in the future also. In all the situations, I sit and teach, not I am sitting and teaching. So always means present simple. It is called universal truth. Universal truth means it happens. It is a truth. So you cannot take chances here. There's a mistake, big mistake. You are showing a universal truth and you are saying happening. Most of the complications are not noticed for all the cases, are not observed in all the cases. Okay. Most of the complications do not arise for all the cases, are not noticed in all the cases. It's not at all are happening. It's not are happening. Is happening. No. First of all, you said is happening. It is most. It is plural mistake. Then second one, tense mistake, singular plural mistake, and a natural truth mistake. How many mistakes you will do in one thing? It's not present continuous. It should be simple present. Does not happen. Do not arise. Most of the complications do not arise. It's not does. It's a do. It's not is happening. It is do happen, do not happen. So it should be do not happen at all. Do not at all happen for all the cases. Most of the complications do not happen at all for all the cases. So this at all, we can bring it here. So first one is you said is happening. Is plus ing is present continuous. It is wrong. It is do not happen. It is simple present because it is universal truth. Second thing is most is plural. How can you write is? It's singular plural mistake. And at all. Do not happen at all. Do not at all happen is a specialized usage. Okay. Fine. Even if you don't write at all, so it's okay. Okay, it may happen in rare cases. It may have, already you told here, not in all the cases. Then you can say only in rare cases. Or you can say instead of rare, you can say exceptional. Sorry, it is correct only. It is correct only. It is not wrong. Rare cases correct only. You can say exceptional. Why don't you know the word exceptional or peculiar or extraordinary? And in cases you can say occasions. Cases also, huh? You can say occasions, exceptional occasions or situations or circumstances. Why don't you take these specialized words? Okay, most of the complications you are saying. Then you are saying it may happen. Why are you using singular here when you are saying most of the complications? You're saying most of the complications and you are saying it may happen. Okay. They may be noticed. Already you use happen here. Okay. Or you can say are not noticed in all the cases. Okay. Again, you are saying here only you said happen and again you are saying happen. That means you are using the same words. Okay. So it is a mistake here. You cannot say it. So most of the complications, you can say they, plural. So why again happen? They may be noticed. Or they occur. They may occur. They may be noticed. Only in exceptional circumstance. See the quality. In your case, comma, most probably, comma, due to the lack of rest, comma, it happened. Again happened. Again happened. Why repeating happened? What is the spelling of happened? I gave you the paper. You should have checked. That means the same letter if you are using in the exam, that means you are going to do the mistake there. It's okay. It's okay. First one is a spelling mistake here. So it's correct only, but still it is wrong because you are repeating the same word. You are parroting. It occurred. Okay. So what we can do is there are some advices. What we can do is there are some advice. There is no relation. There is no relation. You're doing well. I said you are doing well. I did not say you are doing excellently. Okay. You're doing well. Well, not even better. Leave alone. Outstanding. It's okay. That means average. Well, when I say good, means okay. Means average. Okay. So what we can do, there are some advices I can give you. What we can do, there are some advices I can give you. What is this? We are saying what we can do, and you are saying I can give you. Why are you saying we can do then? You could have said I can do. Why did you say we can do? That means from we you have changed to I. Why? Why did you say we first and then why you are saying I can give you? Huh? Or you can say what you can do or what I can do. So why are you changing this we made collective and then you are bringing it back to I? Or you could have said, I can give you some advice and you can implement it. You have to bring that one also there. I will explain you some points and you can do. So then I and you becomes we. That's okay. So how you are presenting is very important. So that clarity is missing. Whatever coming in your mind, you are speaking. That's not the case. That is not the case. So what we can do is what? There are some advices. You cannot do. There are some advices. What you can do, there are some advices. What I can do is, I can give you some advice. That is okay. What we can do is we can discuss some points. That is also okay. But what we can do is there are some advices what you are doing there. There are some advices I can give you. Then why are you saying there are some advices? I can give you some advice. What I can do is I can give you some advice. Or what we can do is discuss some viewpoints, discuss some points, discuss a certain plan. What we can do is we can discuss some plans. Something you can say, we with we. And there are some advices. Is there anything that some advices is plural? Is there anywhere called advices plural? I don't know. Huh? Advice. One advice, two advices, three advices. There is nothing like that. As per my knowledge. Okay. A piece of advice is okay. Okay. So advice, now it is a noun form. What type of noun? Let us go to the Cambridge Dictionary. Everyone is telling, nobody is correcting. Please don't write anything in the chat box and focus. I don't want anybody to distract. Afterwards, there's a question answer session. Then we can discuss all the points there. So, advice. What type of word is advice? Noun, uncountable. Then why are you saying advices? There is no word called advices. Advice is uncountable, says Cambridge Dictionary. Then why are you saying advices? That means 2 advices, 3 advices, 4 advices. It is absolutely wrong, says Cambridge Dictionary. Simon sir is no way in between you and Cambridge Dictionary. I'm just sidelining. I'm not coming in between you and Cambridge Dictionary. Now you fight, both of you, Cambridge Dictionary and you. Whether that is right or you are right, you decide. You are the deciding factor, that's all. That's very clear. So this is what is advice. Advice, it says uncountable. You means uncountable. You means uncountable noun. That means you cannot use advices. Okay, advices. Advices, you said one mistake. Number 2, it is A2. A2 means beginner, elementary. You are using the word which is elementary word. Why don't you say recommendations? What is recommendations? Let us see. Okay, first let me put this in the Telegram channel. What is advice? Advice is uncountable. You cannot use plural for that. Never. Never say advices. Never again. Never say never again. Never again. You lost 10 marks bluntly. Keep it in mind whenever you are using the word advice. It's just advice. A piece of advice is okay. I gave some advice involving 3 different activities. That is different. But advice is never plural. You lost your 10 marks. So, there is no way you can say advices. There are some advice. It is uncountable. How can you say plural are? It is there is some advice. There is some advice. So there is some advice. Is it a box or a pen or something? Where it is? Where is it? Nowhere advice is. Advice is only given by people. Suggestions are given by people. Okay. Written advice, spoken advice. Okay, that is different. But where is the advice? Okay, try to understand how you are using. So what we can do is, There is some advice I can give you. So there is some advice. You are not doing anything there. There is some advice that you can give. You are not giving the advice here. There is some advice I can give you. So there is no action. Then why are you saying what we can do? So whenever you are speaking, try to understand, try to think. That's why I tell you, I give number of things and I say prepare first. Prepare first. I'm ripping off the speaking. Okay. So what we can do is there is some advice. There is some advice. What you are doing? You are not doing anything. So you could have said, so with your kind permission, I would like to give some advice with your kind permission. I would like to give you some advice. Finished. What we can do. Okay. What you can do or what I can do. Okay. So what we can do is we can discuss some measures. Like that you can say. What we can do is, okay. Or why you want to say what we can do? Just remove, no? Why unnecessary putting what and confusing here? We can discuss a plan of action. We can discuss the plan of action. That's it. What we can do is we can discuss again. Why confusion? Why you are pulling it? So we can discuss. This is just beating up. What I want to tell you is something which is important. What is that important? Tell no directly. What we can do is tell what you can do directly. Now, why do you want to introduce? What we can do is what I want to buy is why I think I want to buy you. Finished. What I want to buy you is no need this much long. Simple. You have only 5 minutes. Don't just start. As for the more you speak, the more mistakes you make. So we can discuss certain measures. Okay. We can discuss certain measures. Okay. Certain precautionary measures. We can discuss certain precautionary measures. Okay. We can discuss certain precautionary measures. And plan and decide the course of action. And measures and decide or plan the course of action. Something quality. Something quality you bring. So we can discuss certain precautionary measures and decide the future course of action. For a speedy recovery. You can write whatever you want afterwards. That is enough as of now. And don't say, okay, advices. Okay. I can proceed with that is wrong. Some advice I can give you. There is some advice that I can give you. Okay. Right. Not there are, there is. There is some advice that I can give you. Why so long? Okay, simple. Right. I can proceed with that. What is this? I can proceed this, that. I can proceed with that is not a question. It's a statement. Means I can proceed, means I can do that. So why did you put question mark here? So this is not I can, but this is can I. When you're asking a question, you have to say can I, verb will come first. Can I proceed with that? Can I proceed with that? Why are you asking a blunt question? Can I proceed with that? He will say no. He will say no. Can I means he has the right to say yes or no. Why are you giving him a chance to say no? 50-50 chances are there. Can I proceed with that? If I am in that set, no, I will tell. So instead of that one, you can be a diplomatic. I would be extremely happy to provide you I would be extremely happy. I will be extremely pleased. I will be extremely happy to provide you okay, some suggestions, some valuable suggestions. I would be extremely happy to provide you some valuable suggestions okay, with your okay, with your kind permission, with your kind permission, I would be extremely happy to provide you some valuable suggestions. Full stop. You're not asking him. You're not asking him. With your kind permission, I would be extremely happy. Then when you talk so politely, how polite he will be. You're making him happy. With your kind permission, I would be extremely happy to provide you some valuable suggestions. Okay. Yeah, you can tell me, nurse, because I will follow the decisions and I will follow the suggestions, comma, you know is a mannerism here. Very religiously this time, means very seriously. Yes. That's happy to hear that. Yes, that's happy to hear that. And I will go for it. Yes, that's happy to hear that. That is happy to hear that. Full confusion. And I will go for it. That, it, nothing is there in that. Okay. That's happy. What is happy? I don't understand. That's happy to hear that. What is happy to hear what? Or I am happy to hear that. I am extremely glad. But that is happy. Which is happy? When your heart is happy or your mind is happy, what is that here? That is happy. Happy means animate. Somebody should be happy. So animate, that means a human being. Okay. We can say, I am happy. We can say definitely. But that is happy means what? It is good to hear that. Or that is good to hear. But that is happy to hear. Happy to hear. Good is okay, but happy to hear. So try to set the sentence right. That is a very good decision. I appreciate your decision. I appreciate your decision. That is his decision there. He decided to follow the suggestions. He decided to follow the suggestion, his decision. I will. Don't you understand that he has taken a decision there? I appreciate. I wholeheartedly appreciate your decision. Awesome. What is this? Yes, that's happy to hear that. What is happy to what? Is it a cat or a dog which is happy to hear that? That means not I, definitely. That is a good decision, is okay. But that is happy. What is happy? Is that I? No. That is good to hear. Means that decision is good to hear. Okay. That is happy. The decision is happy or what? So there is a lot of confusion there. Okay. I wholeheartedly appreciate your decision. You can say like that. Okay. Don't always say well, yes, well. Don't always. See here, it's your mannerism. You'll start with well, or you'll start with yes, or you'll start with yes. See here. See here, yes. Every time you're starting with yes or well or something like that. So, yes, that's happy. Students say we corrected. You could have improved. No need to give as it is. You could have improved. You could have made your own corrections before submitting. I would have really appreciated that situation. Okay, yes, that's happy to hear doesn't make very wonderful sentence. It doesn't make wonderful. I wholeheartedly welcome your situation. Okay. So first of all, the content itself is not fine. Okay. It should be that's. Okay, still, this is also wrong. That means your decision. So why don't you talk instead of riddles? Why don't you talk straight? I wholeheartedly appreciate your decision. Finished. That is happy. No, I, not happy. Appreciate. Why are you happy? You appreciate it. Yeah, that's a very wonderful thing. I appreciate. Happy, anybody can say. It doesn't make good quality there. Okay. I wholeheartedly welcome or appreciate your decision to be compliant The decisions is, what are the decisions regarding diet, regarding medication, regarding exercise? That's all. So you could have put that one there. I wholeheartedly appreciate your decision to be compliant with medication, diet, and exercise regimens. You would have gone for that. I will go for it. What I will go for it? Okay. So, decision to be compliant with medication, diet, and exercise. Okay. So, compliant with medication, diet, and exercises. Whatever. Okay. So that is what he said. I will follow the suggestions. Suggestions are what? You have to think there and you have to create some. You know everything. You are the specialist. I am not a nurse and I am not a doctor. I can only suggest you. That situation, what you can use. Okay. So I will go for it. I will go. What do you mean by I will go for it? What you will do for that? You may feel that what you are speaking is right. Okay. Firstly, we need to change the dressing. Who? We? That means he and you together. Who is to change the dressings regularly? So why don't you use the passive voice here? Okay. So whether I change or you change or somebody else has changed, that is not important. Dressings are important. Why don't you use the passive voice? That is giving you the power of everything. You are using personalizing I, we, remove as far as possible. It is not quality. Okay, in writing they said passive voice, but here it is not necessary. Then why you are speaking? We means you, every time you go, tomorrow you will not go. Somebody else's goes. Then where is that we? Where is that I? I and we are not important there. Changing the dressings is very important. So remove the we. If you say, we need to change dressing regularly. Tomorrow you are transferred. Tomorrow you are homesick. Tomorrow you don't come for duty. Then what? Where did that we go? Not important. So avoid that one. Firstly, comma. So there is a need to change, or changing the dressings regularly is very important. Okay. This is okay. This is correct only. This is correct only. We need to change the dressings regularly. We need to change the dressings regularly. This is an ordinary sentence. Again, you make these mistakes like this. Definite article is missing. Plural is missing. Only one dressing is there. You'll change regularly. How can you change regularly when there is only one dressing? Only one is there. How can you change one only? Remove the old one, put the new one. Remove the old one, put the new. So every time it is a new one. Then you can change. So it is plural. How can you say singular? You are changing the dressing means you are removing and again putting it. The same thing or what? When it is singular. See, that is what is, I tell you, common sense. You have a lot of it. You are not using. That is the problem here. Everyone. Everyone finishes one speaking. He says, sir, give me feedback. What feedback should I give you people? What to give feedback there? Okay. And I am not like others to give you just like that one. I am not a street vendor to give whatever you want. There's a class. I'm not standing there selling and you go off. I have quality restaurant, 5-star restaurant. You have to come inside. You have to sit in the AC. You have to relax. You have to order first. Wait for that. Patiently. Okay. And when it comes, hot, you have to eat. This is not roadside vending machine. Quality. On the road, there is dirt, there is dust, there is wind, there is sweat, unclean people. Okay. Not nutritious, not delicious, not quality. You don't know what ingredients are going on there. They are like that, but I am not like that. I cannot do like that. So I wanted you to, I don't want too many people. I don't want too many people. That's the reason why. I stopped, I stopped admissions, finished. That's enough for me. That's all. Many people who are asking, I don't want. Those who listen carefully and learn carefully, little listen. Okay. Firstly, we need to change the dressings. The dressings have to be regular change. Okay. Regularly. The dressings have to be changed regularly. The dressings have to be performed on a regular basis. Okay. And second thing, no second thing. The second thing. How can you say second thing? You should say the second, the first. Firstly is okay, it's an adverb. When you say first, then it should be the first. The second thing if. What do you mean by the second thing if? If you get time or not. What do you mean by that? If you get time or not, you need to take some time to expose the concern. If you get time or not. What is this if you get time or not? Why that if you get time or not? Either this or that. Why don't you make? Why don't you say some standards? If you get time or you do not get time, why so long? Exposing the concerned wound site to the sun is extremely important. Why all these things? Why all these things? I don't understand why you put all those things. You said firstly, and here you are saying the second thing. Here also you have to say secondly. Firstly, secondly. Otherwise, you say first, next, then, later, after that. When you say firstly, go with the same order. Because you said here firstly, and here you said lastly. Then you have to say secondly here. Definitely you have to say secondly. Here firstly, secondly, lastly, or finally. Why are you saying the second thing again? There is something called order. Firstly, secondly, thirdly, lastly. That order. Or first, then next, first, then next, later. Like that one you have to say. Here you are using cardinal numbers, adverbs, and here you are using adjective. And here also you are using adverb. That means you don't know how to use, what sort of sequencing you are making. This is called sequencing. You use similar sequencing everywhere. Firstly, you are saying adverb. Lastly, you are using adverb. And in the middle, you are using adjective. Why this confusion? Use everywhere adverb. Firstly, secondly, thirdly, lastly, or finally. All adverbs. Adverbial sequence it is called. Now this is neither adverbial sequence, not adjectival sequence. Nobody will tell you. People think Simon sir is taking long classes. Why? Simon sir is mad. No, that's why. Use the similar sequencing. Here you say firstly, there you say lastly. Then why you have to say then here? What is the need to say then? Then is a different type of sequencing. First, firstly, next, later, after that, then, finally. Like that you can use. That is another type of sequencing. Okay. Use either the adjective or the adverbial sequencing. Any one sequencing. Sequencing is good. First and foremost, you have to attend the sessions. Then you have to make notes. After that, you have to practice. Later, you have to memorize. Then you have to improvise. Finally, you can assess. So firstly, finally, they are okay. Okay. You can make it first. Okay. So you can use all similar type of things. Okay. Or you can say initially. Okay. Finally. Then next, after that, later, you can interchange. But initially and finally, they should be in the beginning and ending, or you cannot change. In between, you can change. That is another type of sequencing. Okay. Follow the sequencing properly. And before lastly, why do you want to say then lastly? Then is one sequencing word and lastly is one sequencing word. Then lastly. Why then lastly? One is enough. No, why are you using two sequences? Then you have to do this. Lastly, you have to do this. First, you have to come here. Then you have to prepare notes. Lastly, you have to present. Why are you bringing both of these things together? Sequencing mistake. Okay. Exposing. What do you mean by concerned wound site? Why do you want to say concerned wound site? Only one wound site is there. For example, expose the wound site. Concerned means what concerned? Related wound site. Okay. Okay, exposing the wound site. To the sun or sunlight? You're exposing to the sun or sun is seeing you? sunlight. Okay. Exposing the wound to the sunlight. Okay. So, caution when you are thinking. Exposing the wound, site to the sun or wound to the sun itself? Only the site or the entire wound? Okay, wound site to the sunlight. Full. Okay, I'm not telling, okay, as far as possible. No one can be 100%. Even I cannot be 100%. Nobody is master of everything. English is an ocean. Okay, maybe I am also doing number of mistakes. That is a different thing. Okay. So, exposing the wound site to the sunlight. The second thing is, so here you can say secondly. So the entire thing. So, secondly, comma, firstly, secondly, comma. Exposing the wound site to the sunlight. Firstly, changing the dressings regularly. So make gerunds everywhere. Changing the dressings regularly. So here you can say the following measures are extremely or the following measures are important, colon. Firstly, changing the dressings regularly, semicolon. Secondly, comma, exposing the wound site to the sunlight, semicolon. I'm making the list of things here also. And and lastly, I can say, why I can say? Lastly, taking the antibiotics or using the antibiotics regularly, compliance to the medications, or following the suggestions, or taking the antibiotics, taking. There you see, here changing, here exposing, and here taking the prescribed antibiotics that prescribed by the doctor. Taking the prescribed antibiotics punctually. That means at the right time, means punctually. At the right time. Taking the prescribed antibiotics. Okay. Finished. These are the methods. These are the following measures are important. The following measures are important. Firstly, changing the dressings regularly. Secondly, exposing the wound site to the sunlight. And lastly, taking the prescribed antibiotics. Writing is speaking, speaking is writing. What is the difference? Reading is listening, listening is reading. What is the difference? People don't know. You don't know that you will improve while doing speaking like this. Not only speaking, but also writing you will improve. What you are writing there, you are speaking here. Only the thing is specialized words you don't use. That's all, like continents or some other specialized words don't use. That's all. Because he's a common man. Okay. Taking the antibiotics at the appropriate, right time. Instead of right, you can say appropriate. Or you can say, just to say, taking the antibiotics appropriately means everything. Means right time, right manner, right everything. Right dosage, right dosage, right time, right manner, everything will be appropriately means everything. Not only right time, everything. Okay. So only if you practice regularly, you will get this one. If you don't practice regularly, how you will get? Then again, you said lastly, already you told here. Then again, at last, what do you mean by at last here? You should have told thirdly there. See, that is the mistake again. I thought you said lastly means doesn't mean lastly there. Then here again, end will not come here. Oh, you made me also mistake. It's okay. This is not lastly, this is thirdly. Comma, taking the prescribed antibiotics appropriately, colon, sorry, semicolon. And here you will say, and lastly, comma, taking adequate rest. Full stop. That ends the matter. So this is how you make the list. 4 things into 1 thing. 5 sentences are there in this one. Do you know that? The following methods are important. Firstly, changing the dressings regularly. Secondly, exposing the wound site to the sunlight. Thirdly, taking the prescribed antibiotics appropriately. And lastly, taking adequate rest. Because the wound is at right large. What is at right large to? At right, at means near that one or on the right toe. Where is the here? Is it at or on? Okay. So this one you think how you are going to feed it afterwards. I don't think that is necessary here because we know, already we know the wound is in the on the right large toe. The wound is on the right large toe. We know from the beginning, the patient knows. You need not tell that one again. Why are you telling this one? Doesn't he know? You can say, he knows it. But you can say, based on the location, okay? Something you can change and write. Even if you don't say this one, it's okay. All because the wound is there only, you are telling all these things. Okay. Yes. Yeah, of course. Yes, again, yes. So with more mobile, what mobile? Which mobile? Which mobile? it will cause more complications. With more mobile, what do you mean by with more mobile? Okay. If you do not give appropriate rest, okay, right? Mobility, not mobile. Mobility. So if you do not get, if you not give, okay, you can say in adverse conditions, or you can say otherwise, if you do not follow the instructions, if you do not take these suggestions seriously, not taking these suggestions seriously will result in more complications and delay the recovery process. Result in additional complications, more. Why do you want to say more? Even a 5th class girl can say more. It is not wrong. I'm not telling it is wrong, my dear. Not everything is wrong. Additional or unexpected or further. If the following measures are not taken seriously, or you can say implementation of these suggestions will avoid additional complications. Oh my God. Oh, current is, power is off. I have to switch on the fan. Wait, please. Oh. Okay, implementation of the above discussed measures. Okay, you can say like this. Complete or absolute implementation of these measures okay, or you can say non-implementation of these measures, negative, non-implementation or not, okay, will result in, or implementation, just let us be positive, implementation of these measures will result or will avoid additional complications. Why do you want to be negative? Be positive. Implementation of these measures will minimize the chances of complications, will reduce the chances of complications, and will is already there. Then again, it is not needed. How can you say it? Okay, how can you say it? More mobile. It, I don't understand why you are using it so many times. What do you mean by it? Definitely it is a demonstrative pronoun. You have to say it when you show something. Demonstrate, it is a wall. It is a remote control, like that. Demonstrative pronoun. Or personal pronoun, third thing. Okay. So it is just a beginner. Don't use that one as, use that one as less as possible. And will avoid and reduce. And reduce the healing time. Recovery period. Time period, you can say. Recovery period. So that means to get relief. Why do you want to say relief and all these things? The recovery, reduce the recovery period. See the quality. Implementation of these measures will undoubtedly avoid additional cost. Undoubtedly. Or definitely. Avoid additional complications and simultaneously, use another word, simultaneous. Power of your words, I will throw you now. You have come to the depth. Simultaneous, undoubtedly avoid and simultaneously means at the same time. Simultaneously. Sorry. Simultaneously reduce the recovery period. Is that clear, Miss Maggie? Why are you asking sentence like this one? And it's a question. Why did you not know that it's a question mark? That girl who typed doesn't know. You don't know? Is that clear, Miss Maggie? Is that clear, Miss Maggie? Well, of course, the sentence is not that powerful, but still even that should be correct, no? Is that clear? If you know where to put comma, then you will know where to stop. You don't put commas, you don't put full stops, you don't. Question mark should go up. Is that clear, Miss Maggie? If you put properly, then you will know where to stop and where to pass. Where should go tone up, where should go down. You don't take that. I believe that. You know what? Why do you want to question? Is that clear? Then she will say no. Then what you will do? Okay. Better. English. This is English, not just a talking. These are not child talk. Small children talk, it will be funny. Anyway, you do. Whatever rubbish they speak, it's okay. We enjoy because they're small babies and kids. Mommy, mommy, they'll say. You'll be enjoying that one. Even if they speak everything wrong also, you'll be very happy. Instead of mommy, he says mommy also. You'll be very happy. Why? Because they are children. But this is no child's talk. They are taking your proficiency test. Your proficient, how well versed you are, they're testing, and you talk like a small child. Is that clear, Miss Maggie? If ordinary people teach, it will be ordinary only, no? That is why they are not able to get. See, there are some students who got a 500, 460, 470. See the students have sheets. Okay. First attempt itself. So if you listen to that one, you have to do. I told you to type. You don't write only. I have to appoint somebody to type. All of you. Not really very serious. You only want to pass the OET. That's all. You are least bothered about learning English. And you want to get good grade without learning English. Many people, and I'm not telling anyone in particular, in general, I'm talking about the student community. They don't want to learn. Sir, I have family, sir. I have duty, sir. I have to do housework, sir. Then take time off everything, na? Be a full-time student. You want to not to lose your money, you don't want to lose your job, you want to take your family, you want to do everything and still do. You all people know why people are made to study before they get their jobs, before they are married, before everything happens. Because they will be dedicated. That dedication is needed. I'm already taking too much responsibility of everyone. And that responsibility, everyone is overburdening me. Then afterwards, every time, sir, my correction, sir, my correction, sir, my correction. I'm a human being, Yaki. Eh? Why don't you do some background work? I tell, listen to some other sentences. Will not do. Sir, take our speaking. Finished. I stop. Then they want what? This is right. This. I cannot do like that. I cannot do like that. There is no meaning in doing like this one. So here, okay. I strongly believe that you now have a clear idea or a perfect idea, have perfect knowledge. Knowledge means uncountable. One knowledge, two knowledge, no. That's why I removed A here. A clear idea I wrote. I changed it to perfect knowledge. There is no a perfect knowledge. You now have perfect knowledge regarding your present condition as well as the special care okay. I strongly believe that you now have the perfect knowledge regarding your present condition as well as the special care to improve, okay, or care you have to take for a speedy recovery. Next, in case you still have any questions related to this situation, I am ready to what is this? I am ready to clarify your doubts. So see this one. I strongly believe that you now have perfect knowledge regarding your present condition as well as the special care you have to take for a speedy recovery. In case you still have any questions related to this situation, I am ready to clarify your doubts. Right. So that is it. Hello, Dr. Amol. How are you? Yeah, just you can come onto the link. Okay, afterwards I'll give you different next one. Okay. Yes, something else if you need to ask me, that is already cleared here now. In case you still have any question related to this situation, I'm ready to clarify your doubts. That is already there here. So no need to bother about that. Okay, no need to bother about that. If you could follow all my advices, again, you have it. All my advice, it is not countable. There is no one, there is no all. Okay, you will be all right soon. Okay. No need to bother about that. Full stop. If you follow, along with if you don't have could, if you follow all my, if you follow my advice, if you follow my advice, you will be all right soon. That's really enough. And thank you for that. I am thankful. Sorry. Thank you for that, not thankful for that. It is thank you for that. Typing error. I am thankful to you for that. Sorry. Okay. And that's really enough. And I am thankful for that statement. I'm thankful for that statement. Okay, I want to tell you that I know there is. I know there is the diabetics experience with circulation, but I would like to have a brochure. I'd like to have a brochure. Okay. Brochure. About how to manage my illness. Can you do something for that? There are number of brochures with me. So one I can provide you. So one, I can provide you one. One I can provide you, or I can provide you one. I can provide you one of them. In that, comma, you will get more details. Okay, regarding your condition. So that will help you, so that it may help you further. No, condition and it may help, it can help you, may help you, no, it will help you. Okay, it may help you further. You will get more details regarding your condition in the brochure, and it will give you a lot of knowledge. It may help you, no, it will give you a lot of knowledge, something like that. So you can gain a lot of insights. So that, so, comma, that will that may, no, that will Not may help you. May means doubtful. That will help you. That will provide you, not help you. It will not help, it will provide you. Okay. Further information. Further information. Sorry. Further information. Okay, you require. Provide you further additional information, the information you require, or further information related to your condition or ailment, related to your medical condition. Oof. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much, nurse. I really appreciate your suggestions. Okay, full stop. They were, it will wrong, even I have spoken wrongly, see. They are really helpful for me. Thank you very much. And one more thing, I need to tell you something importantly. Okay. And I need to tell you a very important thing. And one more thing, I need to tell you something importantly. What is this? Okay, finally, I want to tell you one extremely important thing. And finally, okay, I need to tell you something which is extremely important, which is extremely important. Don't forget to call us. Instead of saying don't forget, you can say remember. Positive, be positive as far as remember to call us next week for further assessment. Is that okay? Okay, thank you for your cooperation, Miss Maggie. Thank you very much, nurse. Okay, we will meet you soon. What do we mean by we will meet you soon? I don't know. Okay, fine. So, people submit without checking properly. I take so much time to correct your paper. You don't take sufficient time to check your paper only. If you check this your paper carefully, like how you dress your sister or friend on the marriage day, no? Like that. There is somebody who's okay. Okay. Right. What is this? Hello? I don't know why this hello came here. Yeah. So this is registered regular student. No, why I consider some people request me, so do something favor, disturb me. Okay. Registered regular student. Okay. The name is Serena Mathews, nurse. Speaking. Serena Mathews, nurse, nursing, speaking. QC means quality check. Quality check. Serious speaking sessions. Grand Master Plus. Right. So is that clear to you, Serena? This is the reason why my mind will be totally boggled and messed up with everything. So that is why I will not allow anybody to open their mics, because there is much to learn. And if somebody asks a question, my mind will get distorted. It is a one-way learning. Okay. Serena, is that clear to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't open the mic because there is nothing. There are too many things what anybody can ask there. Correct or not?
Yeah.
So even before you opened your mouth, did you learn many things or not?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is it. Okay, doubts will be too many doubts. I know that one. But
Yeah.
at least 25% of that, what I have given you, if you can practice. Okay, I did not give you still higher level feedback. Okay, there are a lot of improvements which we have to do.
Okay.
Lot of quality. First of all, it is to be corrected first. There are a number of mistakes. Okay. At the last stage, I have given you quality. So from next time onwards, you try to practice, try to think first 3 or 4 days at least, you practice more. From 1 hour, you write down, listen to some things and write down, make some ideas, put all those points, listen to audios, listen to videos, and take your own sentences, how to use sentences, see what type of quality sentences I have given, that you have to give it out. Okay, 1 minute. File, save, and file, save as PDF. Okay, save. Okay, I should have put one more thing here. Okay. Okay, fine. I should have put here. Okay. Not here. QC-SSS-001. Right. Okay. File, save as. Okay. File, save as. Now this one. I should have done one more thing here. 1 second. 1 second, I'm getting back to you. First time I'm doing something here. So let me give it up. Everything. Add. Otherwise, everyone will take this one and put in their websites, and I cannot give to everyone like that. Okay. Then, okay. And next one, header and footer. Add. Nobody can copy. And file, save as. Okay. Settings. PDF correct protection. Okay. Yes. Okay. Close. File. Export to image. JPG. Okay. Okay. One second last. Stomach is paining too much. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hello, Nimmi darling. How are you? I'll unmute everyone. Now I want to know your feedback because first time I gave like this one. I used to give when they were face to face. I used to give, but not online. Because online people, they want only fast food. I used to take 35,000 per candidate per doctor and 25,000 for nurses. And I used to give every day. Okay. Different type of types of feedback, and for reading one day, for listening one day, for, like this one I used to give, because I used to charge like that, and I'll give you. But if I cannot give like this one for everyone, only for those people who follow me, I can give you. If you do whatever research you can do and you can improve, then I can do lot things more. Okay. So, right. Now coming to the point. Where is this girl? She left. What is that girl's name? Yeah, Nimmi. Nimmi is not here. Okay. Yeah. Hello, Amol.
Hello, sir.
How are you, dear?
Good, sir.
One speaking session. You should have come. Okay, no problem. Okay, no worries. Okay, Bushra. Okay, first let us see Serena. Serena's paper. Hello, Serena.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what did you learn today?
A lot of things I learned. My minor mistake still, I think I need to improve a lot with practice, and I will go through this one again. And I hope I can, I will get enough confidence to face the speaking.
Yeah, definitely you can do. It's not a big issue. It's not a thing. Did you see a different type of feedback today?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay. So how to improve your quality and all. Right. Okay, next, Bushra.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what did you learn today, Bushra?
Sir, I have learned new phrases, sir. And like, minor mistakes, what we usually commit while speaking, we don't even realize. And, because of typing and because of looking back,
Now
got to
you
learn many
understand.
things.
You
Yes, sir.
understand why
Yes, sir, I do. I understood.
why I get it typed, why I, okay, everything
Yes,
is
sir.
black and white in front
This
of
is
you.
a
Now
good
you
idea,
cannot,
actually. Yes, sir.
you cannot. People don't bother about all these things.
No, sir. Actually, this makes a lot of difference in our, speaking. Thank you so much, sir. Got to learn many things, sir.
Welcome,
I mean,
welcome. Okay.
phrases. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Next, Dia.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Dia. How are you?
Yeah, fine, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. I'm totally exhausted. Yeah. Yeah, tell me. What did you learn today?
Sir, I learned like how to correct the sentence grammatically and where we put this colon, semicolon and all and everything. It was nice session, sir. It's really taught us many things. Then
Okay.
this typing method, we can learn many of the things and what we are doing, the mistakes we can understand. So it's good, sir. Helpful.
Right. Ginny Abraham. Jyoti Sridhar.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir. Good afternoon.
What did you learn?
I learned how to correct a sentence grammatically because in the flow we don't realize what we speak. Only when it is written and corrected we realize that we make so many mistakes. But while talking, it goes in the flow, sir. So we don't realize it, what we are, where we are doing the mistakes. So we have to write down and we have to improve ourselves. Each sentence need to be written down and make corrections. Then only we have to practice on that, I feel, sir.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. Priya Thomas.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Priya. How are you?
Fine, sir. Sir,
What
actually, I came late in the class, sir.
Huh?
But I came late. I joined late, sir.
Okay, okay.
But in the last half an hour, I was able to attend. But
Okay.
in that, I have learned the importance of correct sentence and correct grammatical way. How to speak in because we don't realize while we are speaking this much errors. While you type and you show to us, so this is excellent way, sir.
Okay, fine, fine.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Next one, Rihanna.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Rihanna. How are you? You may
I'm
be
fine,
thinking
sir.
every time Simon sir comes with some new technique, and he'll spend, he will take our how many hours? 2 hours, 3 hours. That is what you'll be thinking, right?
No, sir.
And
Really,
what
I was shocked to see because when we speak, we really don't know what mistakes we are doing. When you correct only, I know that singular, how we are changing singular, plural, confusing the words we are. And sometimes like suggestions, the word that I learned, actually how to use the appropriate words.
Okay.
Sometimes we used to think that certain phrases we know that I'm glad, I'm sorry to hear. I used to think that, yeah, I spoke all these things, I did excellently, but it's not the thing. Actually, we have to learn so many things in speaking. Today only I learned that.
So try to do it, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes,
so
sir.
practice well, then bring it in front of me. Write, improve, write, improve. First you speak, then I'll give you the, I'm getting somebody type for you. Now you can improve, you can see other sentences you can use. From this only you can take 2 or 3 examples, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So all these you learn, write them and keep them carefully. I would suggest this, like that one, that many sentences you can take from here. For example, here you see, okay. Before we begin the actual conversation, that one, you can take your own sentence now. You can make your own sentence one from here, right?
Yes, sir.
Next one here. With your kind permission, I would be extremely happy to provide you some valuable suggestions. This one sentence you can take, right?
Yes,
I wholeheartedly appreciate your decision to be compliant with medication, diet, and exercises. The following measures. So all these things you can use, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So I strongly believe that you now have perfect knowledge regarding your present condition, as well as the special care you have to take for a speedy recovery. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So like this one you can use. Next one, Smitha.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Smitha. How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, tell me what you have learned today.
Sir, learned so many synonyms and sentence formation and some grammatical mistakes which I always do in my speaking without realizing it. So learned so many things, sir, today.
Okay, then you can just give one comment, your feedback. Your feedback. What you learned today. What are the new concepts that you have learned today? So you can just type one sentence and we'll close the session for now. Yes. Just write one sentence. Okay. Anybody is typing? Raise your hand. Otherwise, I'm closing. Okay, fine. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.